28, Gordon Finney-Smith. At guard, 6'1", number 17, Dennis Schroeder. Forward, 6'8", number 2, Ken Joseph. Guard, 6'3", number 24, Ken Thomas. At center, 6'11", number 33, Nicholas Claxton.
Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Let's check out Milwaukee's starting lineup. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Lillard and Trent Jr. are the guards, and it's Prince in at the small forward position. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, Schroeder and Thomas make up the backcourt. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. Early in the season like this, it's interesting to see the improvement and new skills players have picked up over the offseason doors.
BA, it really is, because yes, do the players take a brief respite unequivocally? You've got to get your body right and get your mind back and rejuvenated. But the fact is, for most NBA players, this is a 365-day commitment. They are working on shooting, conditioning, skill development. There is very little time off for these guys.
Schroeder finds Claxton. Out to Schroeder. Thomas against Trent. Thomas passes to Claxton. Back to Thomas. Pulls it from the top of the key. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bucks. And he banks in the layup.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Following the bucket by Brooklyn. To the inside, Prince. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
This guy is a fantastic finisher near the hoop. Taurean Prince with an emphatic 2.
Outside, Finney-Smith. Tries it from 19. Thomas, that's good.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Just over a minute and a half in. Now here's Lillard. Trent outside. Lets the 3 fly. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Lillard against Schroeder. Pass to Johnson. 1:57 left in the first quarter. Misses the baby hook.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
And the basket by Trent.
Pre-shot preparation, so important. You have to be ready to rise and fire as soon as that ball touches your hands. Gary Trent Jr., yes, sir.
Now here's Schroeder. His last outing, he had 20. Pass to Finney-Smith. Thomas with the ball. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Well, if you don't overthink it, what Cam Thomas does on offense is very impressive at his age, Doris.
I think, B.A., what you love about Cam Thomas is he is fearless. He doesn't concern himself with efficiency. His mindset is, I'm going to score, and if I've missed the last 10, it doesn't matter. This next one's going in.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. You think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Ben Simmons is checked in for Brooklyn. The Bucks also with a sub. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Well, the Nets are still feeling the ramifications of trading for James Harden, Doris.
Well, B.A., consider in that trade they gave away Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, and 4 first-round picks for a total of just 80 games played for James Harden. The reverberations are still being felt.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. We briefly discussed what he wanted his team to do against Damian Lillard, and he said to not let him get going from deep. Once his 3-ball is falling, everything else becomes easier for him, so we have to talk out there on the perimeter. So expect to see a lot of defensive activity near the 3-point line tonight. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Outside Johnson. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. Johnson's got 5.
The catch and shoot is exactly what you're looking for. Cam Johnson, one of the best shooters in the league.
Right outside. Portis left side. Clowney pulls it in.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Simmons with it. He's picked up by Lillard. Pass to Clowney. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Livingston. Milwaukee leading by 5. Jackson outside. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Milwaukee this season.
They'll face each other 4 times this season. Let's see which team starts off strong.
I think each team obviously will be looking to dictate the tempo and set the tone early.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Milwaukee out in front, up by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks. Guys?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Trailing by 5. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
On the court for Milwaukee here on the second. Giannis plays the 4 with Portis in at center. Green out there with DeLon Wright. And it's Jackson in at the 3. Williams against Jackson. Williams passes to Simmons. Thomas against Green. The 3 is up. Cam Thomas, that one's good. Thomas has got 5 points in the quarter. You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Brooklyn making a switch here. Watford's checked in. Brooke Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. Trent comes in for Jackson. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Simmons, the pass to Thomas. Simmons with a screen on Trent. Here's Thomas. Good on the 13-footer. Thomas has got 11.
That mid-range is where Thomas may be his most effective and confident.
To the left side wing. Antetokounmpo inside. Watford covering. Antetokounmpo can't connect. The Nets with the lead. Pass to Clowney. Now Simmons. Thomas outside. Here's the three. Rebounded by Green. Milwaukee has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you.
I'm not sure how we define a difficult finish for Cam Thomas. This guy finds a way through contact.
Right against Simmons. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Simmons. Oh, Giannis, a rim rocker.
And good luck stopping that. Giannis just makes it look so easy.
Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Puts it up from 12. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
That's a game they like to put in the rearview mirror. They know they treated it a little too lightly.
They walked through that entire effort. Way too much talent on the roster for them to let that happen.
Here's Lopez. Still without a bucket. Inside. He shoots. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Johnson finds Schroeder. Here's Thomas for 3. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Bucks trail by 5. Lillard passes to Portis. Let's go with a 3. 3 ball from Lillard.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Thomas misses. Here's Trent. He's got 5. Lillard outside. Stolen by Schroeder. Cam Thomas getting it done for the Nets. Absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Welcome to our 2K Sports studio. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves in quite a battle here tonight.
Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena, man. They fed off that. Big-time home court advantage here.
Some of the loudest fans in this league. It's like having a sixth man on the floor. All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
You know, I think for Brooklyn, it's been a painful start for them, 0-2. I know the season's young, but they're probably feeling a little desperate for that first win.
Yeah, if you include the offseason, it's been months, Shaq, since this team's won a game. Not a great feeling.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Schroeder and Thomas make up the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Lillard. Oh, tough shot, Lillard.
Inside, Lillard can deliver. He's a skilled finisher.
Well, the Nets shooting about 56% in this one. It's Thomas on the wing. Pass to Claxton. Thomas against Trent from 17. Thomas misses.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Antetokounmpo to pass to Prince. Rejected by Claxton.
Well, the length of Claxton allowing him to reach out and affect the shot. That is really good defensive work.
Thomas against Trent. Good chance here for Thomas. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
And it's Lillard with the ball for the Bucks. Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor.
Well, you have to like the length of Brook Lopez and the fact that he understands he has that advantage on both ends of the floor.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
What I admire most about Brook Lopez is his willingness to adapt his game to fit whatever the system needs. This guy has been the consummate pro.
And Lopez drops them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Get loud, fans. On the court, your Hunt Squad. All right, fans. Who needs a teacher? Come on, let me hear ya.
Looking back at last season, the best when it comes to shot blocking. Third is Brook Lopez.
It's obvious that he completely dedicated himself to protecting the rim, doing everything he could to get his hands on as many shots as possible.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Thomas outside. Johnson for three. Hits the trifecta. Johnson's got 8.
Well, we know Cam Thomas can score, but nice facilitating right there. Set up the open man.
The Bucks trail by 3. Pass to Prince. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. The answer. It's Dame time.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Thomas outside. And there's the drive. Rejected by Lopez.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Doris, in a league that glorifies offense, you have to appreciate what Finney Smith brings to the defensive end.
The BA, one of those guys who brings versatility and perhaps more importantly, dependability. You can put him on the ball, off ball, guards, even bigs. You talk about a true do-it-all defender, that's Dorian Finney-Smith. Guys, I think what you have to love about Dorian Finney-Smith is his versatility. Skill set-wise, you can play him at either forward position, and in either spot, he's going to give you tremendous defensive effort.
Williams is checked in for Brooklyn. Simmons comes in for Schroeder. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Jackson is checked in. Pass to Antetokounmpo. In close. Antetokounmpo delivers. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
Oh, man, that's tough. You just never like to see this in sports.
No, obviously something that, every player fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but injuries continue to happen.
And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. Brooklyn with the ball. Simmons, the pass to Williams. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Rebounded by Trent. And so Trent will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 2-point game. Lillard against Simmons. Lillard can't get it to go.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Here's Simmons. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
That's a big-time finish by Ben Simmons. With that frame, sometimes he makes that look easy.
Now here's Portis. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Trent against Williams. Portis with a screen on Williams. Trent for 3. Finney-Smith pulls it in. Brooklyn has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Pass to Johnson. Outside Finney-Smith. And that's not going to go. And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. We've got Damian Lillard, Smith out there with Jackson. Then it's Green, and it's Portis in at the center, locking down the middle. An open look for Smith. Misses, and you know he wants that one back.
Got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
To the paint. Here's Clowney. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Bucks shooting is around 55% so far. Simmons against Jackson. Green, the pass to Jackson. Clock at 6. Down low. Here's Lillard. Lillard not to be denied.
Yeah, Lillard is relentless on offense tonight, getting bucket after bucket for his team.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused.
It's time for the dance dance. Oh, you know how this goes. You get on the big screen if you shit with your mama gave you. Dancing machine. Next dancer. You have the camera all to yourself. What are you gonna do?
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Clowney. Finney-Smith comes in for Watford. Johnson, he's checked in for Whitehead. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Ben Simmons. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He ripped into their perimeter game and their energy level, saying to his guys, you're just running through the motions out there. There's no hustle or desire to chase them off the three-point line or to try to get open looks from deep on the other end. Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. And now we'll send it over to Allie LaForce for an update on Giannis Antetokounmpo. What do you have, Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got some news from the Bucks head athletic trainer. I was told it's a knee sprain, not great news by any stretch, but luckily it wasn't anything major. Right now, they've got to focus on assessing just how bad this is and how they move forward. BA adjustment time has arrived early this season.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries.
Pass to Schroeder. Here's Thomas. Screen by Claxton. Pulls it from 20. Again, the net score.
Unshakable individual confidence. That is Cam Thomas. Big-time bucket.
Lillard against Schroeder. Trent with it. Lopez, the screen. Will it go? And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Boy, it takes more than tight defense to bother Gary Trent Jr. It works out well for him with a trip to the foul line.
Good on the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Gary Trent Jr., to me, guys, the very definition of a true shooter. He believes it's a natural talent, but he also works to develop himself into a reliable and efficient shooter.
Trent hits them both.
A steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a one-possession game.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. And here's Thomas from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Thomas has got 12 points in just the second half.
Cam Thomas is rolling. He's attacking at will. Somebody better shut the water off.
Schroeder against Lillard. Double team on Lillard. Portis outside. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Thomas passes to Schroeder. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Don't you feel like Cam Thomas loves making tough twos? In that instance, he makes the two and gets the end one.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
And here's Milwaukee now. They trail by 9. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Lillard, Portis for 3. Sinks it from distance.
Great idea by Lillard, using that experience to run the offense.
Schroeder against Lillard. Lopez on the double team. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Team second.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Lillard passes to Prince, shoots over Johnson. Prince can't hit. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Lillard against Schroeder. So we see Brooklyn get the win here. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Cam Thomas.